Hey everybody, it's Bobby Johnson, co-founder of Keep Local Alive, coming at you again. And yes, I do not have a quarantine hat on today because I know we're in a quarantine, but every now and then you still got to take a shower, put a little gel in your hair, and look respectable. So I decided to do that today. Anyway, I digress, Brett. Hey, I'm coming at you today. If you've been following along, I have been talking about all of the many reasons there are to support locally owned businesses and the impacts they can have. Today I've got a great one for you. But before I discuss that one, let's go back a little bit and kind of recap what I've discussed so far. My first video, I talked about the difference between locally owned and a local business. There is a difference and it has a profound impact on the communities. Secondly, I talked about the straightforward economics of it, that with the fact that you spend $1 at a locally owned business, a lot more of that dollar is going to stay in the community and recirculate. I also talked about just the overall uniqueness and character that local businesses bring to make you different, because if we didn't have local businesses, we'd just be a world of strip malls and chain stores and chain restaurants. It would just, yeah. Anyway, and then I discussed a couple terms for you called local premium and the reciprocating energy. And that's kind of the expounding effect of these local businesses and what they do to the communities they serve. And then I talked about entrepreneurship. These are entrepreneurs. These are risk takers. These are people that are putting their passion and energy and many times their last dollars into bringing you a unique product or service to serve you. And then yesterday I talked about local jobs and local people, meaning not only these businesses hiring local people, and believe it or not, 70% of all jobs in America are created by local businesses. So not only are they hiring local people to work in their establishments, but they're also more than likely hiring local professional services. Their accountants probably local, their financial guys probably local, their lawyers local, their social media person's local. So it creates a compounding effect within the communities. So today I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. And that is the relationship and service you get at locally owned businesses. When's the last time you walked into a chain restaurant and met the owner? How about the last time you walked into a big box store and met the owner? And let me ask you this, do you think you'd get better service at a locally owned shop or at a chain restaurant, a big box store? More than likely, when you support a locally owned business, you're going to run into the business owner in that store or in that restaurant at some point, because these people are in their businesses. They work in their businesses. Like I said, it's their heart and soul. They put all their energy into it. They train their employees as such. So it just boils down to a personal level. And not only are these people bringing you a passion, their passion through their product or their service, but these are also the same people, as I mentioned, that live in your neighborhood. They're more than likely your neighbors and your friends, and they're in the community. So that's real important. As I mentioned to you before, I've had the opportunity in my previous roles to call on thousands and meet thousands and thousands of locally owned businesses throughout the U.S. And that is really something that struck me, is the people that are behind it. And they have stories about why they started the business, why they put it on that particular street, how they decided on the product or the service to bring you. So it's quite impactful. So thanks again for paying attention, and continue to support your locally owned businesses. Thanks.